Hello and welcome to the Old Guy CNC channel. In part 2 of this two-part series, we'll use ShopSolver to see how the rotation and tilt angles required to drill a hole on a compound angle can be calculated. No math required. Be sure to watch the part 1 video where I explained how to calculate the rotation and tilt angles required to mill a facet on a compound angle. Let's get started. This picture shows a hole to be drilled on a compound angle. The hole is tilted 39 degrees in the ZX plane and 34 degrees in the YZ plane. And like the second example in the part 1 video, we will use two vectors to define the angles and then determine our rotation and tilt angles required in our setup. Let's call the vectors VA and VB. The vectors are defined as vectors of a given length and at an angle in a plane. I've already defined and saved them in ShopSolver's memory, so let's go take a look at them. I forgot to mention something important. The angles of the vectors are the angles needed to rotate the cylinders, as depicted in this part print, into the vertical position. In the front view, this cylinder must be rotated 39 degrees to make it vertical. And in the end view, this cylinder must be rotated 34 degrees to make it vertical. Go to Define, Vector, Length Magnitude, and an angle in a plane. Double-click on a definition to recall it. The name of the first vector is VA, which I entered here, and its length is 1. Any length greater than 0 is acceptable. Its angle is plus 39 degrees, and it lies in the ZX plane. The angle is positive because we are looking at the front of the part, which means that we're looking along the y-axis from the negative toward the positive. And angles are always measured when looking along an axis from the positive toward the negative. Rotation angles are more fully explained in the online help. Just open the compound angle tool and click on the help link. Vector VB is defined like vector VA. Its angle is 34 degrees in the YZ plane because we're looking along the positive x-axis toward the negative. Now that we have defined our two vectors, let's return to the compound angle tool and calculate the rotation and tilt angles. Just select the two vectors and the angles are calculated automatically and shown here. A quick note about the rotation angle. Depending upon your setup, you may need to use the complement of the angle shown. That is, subtract the given angle from 90 degrees in order to rotate the part in the opposite direction of the angle shown. Enter the lengths of your sine bars to determine the required gauge block stacks, which are shown here. That wraps up how to calculate the rotation and tilt angles required to drill a hole on a compound angle. Thanks for watching.